Hello book lovers, and welcome to another episode of the Indie Author Sharing Hub, where I bring you information on books by independent authors so that you don't have to dig through the vast worlds of the internet to find your next perfect read. I've got some fascinating books for you today. I've chosen 3 out of the many submissions that I am getting. I'm making my way through them, so don't be disheartened if your book hasn't appeared yet. I will get to it, I promise. So the 3 I have for you today. The first book I have for you today is something entirely different from anything I've done on this channel before, and it's called English Made Simple by Marquis. There's a tagline on here saying English should be written as it sounds and sound as it is written. Now, I've heard from quite a few people that English is such a difficult language to learn, and I'm not surprised. I struggle with it sometimes, and it's my first language, so I don't blame you. You can get this one on balboapress.com. The softcover is $21.99, or the ebook is just 99 cents. So a little bit about this book. Quite simply, English should be written as it sounds and spoken as it is written. English Made Simple shows exactly how this can be done. Followed carefully, this text will enable publishers everywhere to transliterate the English language into an identically sounding language that is written as it is pronounced and pronounced as it is written. Read these 50 pages and you can do it yourself. For hundreds of years now, there has been a desire to sort out the spelling of the English language. William Caxton brought the printing press to London in 1476, at which time spelling became important, but was poorly served by foreign ideas and poorly translated English Bibles in the following century. Now, there's a little bit in here that I cannot pronounce on here, so I'm going to put a little snippet up for you to see. There you go. So I cannot pronounce these symbols. It's a lot easier for you to see them. And I'll go around and say that in these fact-filled pages, readers discover how the English language will be written in the very near future. At first, it may be more popular with those learning English as a second language, but soon the benefits to everyone will become obvious. Babies born after the text becomes commonplace will learn sooner and advance further. After seeing how much faster their child learns to read, write, and pronounce English, the parents' pride in their son or daughter will soon outshine a more fragile pride in a knowledge of English spelling based more on memory than logic. Typesetters paid by the word developed an understandable taste for long words. Correctly spelling words according to their pronunciation, followed by very simple unwavering rules, is a first step to slow down or arrest the tendency for the language to lose its variety and clarity of sounds. I'll give you a bit from the beginning of this book as well. English should be written as it sounds and spoken as it is written. While several languages succeed in doing this to various degrees, including French and Spanish, the English language has several different ways of saying a single letter and several different ways of writing a single sound. As a living, changing, expanding language, it is not surprising how this has come about, as we have taken words from other languages and incorporated them into our own. Words can follow any one of several different rules as to spelling and pronunciation depending on their etymology, which is another word for word history. So that actually sounds really fascinating. And as I said before, I've had friends who are learning English as a second language and they find it so difficult. And with there and every other difficult thing, I before E except after C, but about a million exceptions to the rule, I can understand why this has come about, and it sounds absolutely brilliant. The second book I have for you today is a delightful kids' book called The Awkward Dinosaurs by Kellen Roggenbuck. And this is for small children and early readers, the target audience anyone from birth up to grade 2, although more realistically it would be their parents having to read the books over and over, but who doesn't love a book about dinosaurs? So this is a children's book dealing with self-acceptance and celebrating the eccentricities that can be hard in a young person's life. The message is solid and the book is silly. You know the popular dinosaurs, but there's a book dedicated to the ones that history forgot. These are the awkward, strange, and delightful dinosaurs you've never heard of. This book is full of different make-believe dinosaur species who are downright awkward, but that doesn't stop them from being happy. I resonate with that. I'm downright awkward, but can still be happy. The first few lines for this one as well. Have you heard of the dinosaurs? Stegosaurus or Tyrannosaurus Rex? Well, there are a few other dinosaurs out there that don't get much attention. They are nice and have good personalities and are usually on time to a party. This book is all about the awkward dinosaurs. The book retails for $9.99, currently available on Amazon. The link is below in the description. I really feel it's also important to add that not only did Kellen Roggenbuck create the book, they also illustrate it as well. And the cover, it just looks so colourful and fun. Thank you very much for your submission. The third and final book I have for you today is Like a Dandelion in the Wind by Andrea Johns. And this is another memoir. It's targeted towards adults or very mature children, why not? There's no vulgar language or sensitive topics in there, so a suitable read for anyone who interest this grabs. Andrea endured many hardships in her life while travelling around Australia with her lovable rascal of a father. She was taught cunningness, survival, love, gambling, hunting and fishing, unlike any education you get from sitting in a classroom. Taken out of school at 13, married at 16 and a mother at 17. War and the traumatic birth of her second child only made her stronger. Evacuated to London, she spent 2 harrowing years trying to return to her beloved Australia. Once back, she fought the biggest battle of her life, saving her children from an evil spirit. You will laugh, cry, be amazed, shocked and sometimes a little frightened as you travel with the dandelion seeds through the book. The price for this book is $45 Australian dollars plus £10 per postage. You can also get it outside of Australia if you wish. It varies, the pricing for that one. I will leave the link below. My story, my words. I came across this article while flicking through a magazine in a doctor's surgery. The official flower of the military child is the dandelion. Why? The plant puts down roots almost anywhere, and it's almost impossible to destroy. It's an unpretentious plant. It's a survivor in a broad range of climates. Military children bloom everywhere, and the wind carries them. They are hardy, their roots are strong, cultivated deeply in the culture of the military, planted swiftly and surely. They're ready to fly in the breezes that take them to new adventures, new lands, and new friends. They say these children are culturally aware, tolerant, and resilient. These children have learned from an early age that home is where their hearts are, that a good friend can be found in every corner of the world and every colour, and that education doesn't only come from schools. They learn that to survive means to adapt, that the door that closes one chapter of their life opens to a new and exciting adventure full of new friends and new experiences. I could relate to the article and likened myself to the dandelion. I grew up with a father who would not stay in one place longer than a year or two. He was a chef, a barber, dabbled in the occult, a con artist, a fortune teller, a medium, but above all, he was a lovable larrikin. My mother was very serious and extremely religious. She was the complete opposite of my father. From a very young age, the paranormal, afterlife and ghosts interested me. I would see things and hear things, but I would never speak about them, as my mother would say it's all the devil's work. I was born in Cyprus, and so were my grandparents and parents. Cyprus is a beautiful Mediterranean island situated between Egypt, Greece, Israel, Lebanon, Syria and Turkey. Many invaders, settlers and immigrants have come to Cyprus over the centuries. Many have tried taking it for themselves. Like the Greeks, Romans, Byzantines, Lusignans, Genoese, Venetians, Ottomans, British, and as recent as 1974 Turkey, who managed to take half of the island. Therefore, torn between my rich cultural roots growing up in Australia and living with my parents, I had to learn to adapt and survive the best I could. This is my story. Thank you so much for submitting your book, Andrea. That sounds absolutely fantastic. I've only ever been to Cyprus once, but it was a beautiful country and it would be so great to learn your story. Thank you to every one of this week's authors, and if you are a self-published author and would like to see your book featured on the channel, just follow the Contact Me link in the description below. Thank you so much for listening to me today, and I hope to see you all in the next video. Happy reading! Follow the Contact Me link below in the description and submit your book. Submit your book so I can do this, because I love doing this and it's really fun thinking and helping others. Right. And thank you to every single one of the Ottomans, British, and oh my god. I'm struggling with this one. Such a list. These children have learned from Why? The plant puts down roots almost anywhere, and it's almost impossible to destroy. It's an unpretentious plant. It's a survivor in broad... It's alright, I'm just going to wait for Luna to finish digging and preferably settle down. Yes, I do have more tea this week. And we like the tea, because the tea is tasty. Yes, survival, love. Sorry, Luna is determined to cause as much destruction as possible. Are you having fun digging? Is it because I mentioned Australia? Are you trying to get there? Does it sound better than here? Do any of you have a rabbit? Have you ever tried to rabbit-proof a home? Have you ever had to hide wires because they really like the spicy hay? Would you mind settling, my dear? That's it, eat your hay. She's quieter when she's eating the hay. Right, for the blurb. For the blurb! Sorry. Everything's going a little bit tits up today. My screen keeps going off, and I don't really know what to do about it. We'll have to figure that out. After seeing how much faster their child learns to read, write, and pronounce English, the parents' pride in their son or daughter will soon outshine a more fragile pride in a knowledge of English. After seeing how much faster their child learns to read, write, and pronounce English, the parents' pride in their son or daughter will soon outshine a more fragile pride in a knowledge of English spelling. Spelling? Sean Connery is coming to say about your English spelling. After seeing how much faster their child learns to read, write, and pronounce English, the parents' pride in their son or daughter will soon outshine... Oh my god. Will soon outshine... Sorry, I'm channeling Sean Connery deep in my soul at the minute. I've tried to have him exercised, but just not happening. Anyway. After seeing how much faster their child learns to read, write, and pronounce English, the parents' pride in their son or daughter will soon outshine a more fragile pride in a knowledge of English spelling, oh my god. English spelling. Right. A little bit from the beginning as well. Right. Sorry, my rabbit is having a dig and therefore making a lot of noise. I hope you can't hear it, because she is an absolute naughty pants.